We are ready to rumble. It's time to rock and roll in the final. And, well, KSV, it's time for them to take the field. And I think on their mind straight away is to try and restrict this score to between 80 and 90. They've got good batting and good powerful batting themselves, but I think they will want to not let too many runs go on the ball. They won't want to make it complicated. I think if they can keep it at around 9 and over, they'll be more than happy with that, knowing the strength and the ability that they have in their own batting. Samuela is going to be the first bowler, just getting it, marking up his run-up. And what a great introduction it is for him to come back. He's only played 3 matches so far. We saw him play the first 2, then he hasn't been available. He's come back and played in the semi-final. He scored a few runs. He scored 116 runs in the series just in 3 knocks, and that just shows you the quality of the player. Well, Putalanka and Prajapati are the openers, and it's going to be Putalanka to face the first ball of the final. Samuela gets ready. Here we go. First ball coming up. Needs to be a good positive start from the Stallions. They know that if they can get the runs on the board, then they've got the opportunity to apply pressure onto the champions, KSV. Putalanka takes his stance, and we are ready to go. First ball pushed out, just a single. Samuela, as he delivers that, is just having a look at his soles. I think he probably felt it going, his footing just slipping around a little bit. And I think that's why Wali Khan in that last match, the bronze final, the last 4 deliveries he bowled, he really put nothing in it at all. Nice looking shot. And it's, well, gone through Moyo, but I don't think they'll take the second. Moyo got enough on it. It was always going to be 1, and it stays at 1. Victor Moyo doing the fielding. Batsman. Prajapati now. Time for him to chalk up his guard. He comes. This one's a loose one down the leg side. And Samuela, I think, just suggesting that he keeps losing his footing as he comes in. And at the moment, KSV, they've got third man is right the way back. My leg looks like he's in the ring to me. And that's the only, just got the 1 man back, which is an unusual strategy. They want to apply pressure. This one's been thumped, and that's going to be 4 runs, and they might change that strategy here now with that one being hit. They obviously want an attempt, the batsman, to play their shots. Well, it didn't need a second invite. That's been well struck, and Prajapati will feel a little bit more confident after playing that one away. Nice shot, 4 runs. And fittingly, as we see the first boundary in the final, the glorious sunshine comes to greet us once more. Still no change in the field. Saheed stays inside the ring. It's better from Samuela. That's where he needs to be, outside the off. It's a little bit short. It did give the opportunity to the batsman to play the shot. Prajapati didn't shy away from it. Wasn't quite able to get on top of that. Got good bounce in there, Samuela. And another the swing, and this, well, look where the wicket keeper's taken that. Just gives you an indication of just how much he's moved. Zaid Hassan, look, he's still on the move there. A lot of late swing. 6 on the board, ball to go. Prajapati, wouldn't he like to get hold of this? Send it to the boundary, be a good start. And he has the opportunity. I think he gets a little bit on that. I'm sure that touched something. The umpire doesn't seem to think so. This is going to be really costly. That's going to be 5 wides. And, well, that's just a swing. Looking at that again, the first time I looked at it, I thought, well, maybe there was something on it. But 5 wides, that's massive. And I was saying he needs to get something. I wish he could get something onto this to see. Well, look, you certainly see that deviation. That's really... well, but don't actually see it touching anything. Anyway, you didn't have to hit it to the boundary because the double figures come up because of the wides. And then cleverly plays this away. Should be looking to come back for 2. Good running. A very good positive start here to the first over in this final here in Kiel, Germany. The score has gone to 13 without loss. As we welcome back Mr. Maximo.
Thanks, Rico. Very excited for this one. Hello to you. Hello to all our viewers. Oh, hello to Prajapati at the top of the order. I think it's very interesting they've decided to put him up there. He is a boundary hitter. And I obviously think it's worth a bit of a punt just to use him. They haven't really gotten that much out of him, batting at number 6 or so where he's been batting. But yeah, that one down the leg side, it was a strange one. It hit the seam and looked to be a bit of a knuckleball when it came through. What I mean is it wasn't really rotating. It just... how do I describe it? They're really tough and unpredictable as a wicketkeeper. There was no rotations on it. It just kept curving away from him. Short. And this is going to be 4 more. And it's Potalanka getting in on the action with his first boundary. It was too short from the bowler. Hazrat Saeed, well, he had a very expensive over the first time we saw him in this ECS. He's been very tight since then. But, well, an expensive start. And this one deserved to go to the boundary. And that's exactly where PP put it.
Yeah, Saeed. He is a pacey character. He does have some pace, and he has got those sort of deliveries into the ribcage of 1 or 2 batsmen. But on this occasion, the batsman was ready for it and waiting, and he's tucked that away. What will be the reply from Saeed here now?
Field change. Fine leg's back on the boundary, but still not really where that ball went. The fine leg and third man back at the moment. Saeed, pacey character, loses this one. So it'll be called a wide. Gives us a chance to say hello to everyone who's watching the live chat today. ECN European Cricket Network. It's wonderful to have your company on ECN today. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of our viewers. They're such a big part. And look, Luke Belgium's put a few things in the chat with his thoughts, and he was very thankful and wanted to thank Spring Productions and everyone that's working behind the scenes here at ECN. I'd like to echo those sentiments, of course. Oh, he gets it wrong again. Must be another wide. Because, yeah, the viewers, such a huge reason that we love doing what we do. And, yeah, with the chat, just be patient with it, guys. There's going to be just a bit of a reset with the chat coming in the next week or so. Just working out a few kind of more formalised guidelines for the chat. Again, this is something that's kind of spiraled out of control as ECN has become more and more popular. Oh, Saeed gets this one right. And this one's more where he wants to be. But, yeah, no, thank you, Luke. And I know Prashant Bandari is in there as well with some comments. And Muhammad Ismail Hussein's come on board and giving all sorts of good information. So, look, we are going to kind of rejig the chat slightly, but I want everyone to know how valuable you are to us, whether you're watching for the first time or watching for quite a while now. Thanks so much. And we'll get ready for the final. This one's in the air. Going down to third man. Does handle it. Look, and I think from MTV Stallions' point of view, I think they just need to find a way to put 100 on the board, 100 plus. I think anything less than that's, not probably going to be enough against KSV, although we know anything can happen. But the way to do it is to be aggressive. Come out swinging. And that's a real positive move to send Prajapati to the top of the order. I like it.
Yeah.
Saeed, though, he's got a lot of pace about him. Now straight pull. And is it going to fall safely? No, it won't. What a catch by Shalbazar, the captain. Wow. Talk about a Strath super catch. And this is one which may dictate the direction of the final. I thought it was falling safely for all money. But Shalbazar, he got there. And not only did he get there, he held on to an absolute stunner.
This is a very good catch. This was going past him. And then from somewhere, somehow. He managed to get there, and look, he even had time to take his cap off, do his hair for the camera as well. What a great catch that was. And we haven't seen him drop a thing, have we, all the way through this series. He's been top-notch, top quality with his catching. Well, I think the batsman has probably gone out there without his gloves. He's taken the bat, he's all ready, and then he thinks, hang on a minute, there's something missing.
That's nerves.
Oh, yeah, it's my gloves.
It's got to be nerves.
How was I?
I mean, we saw, who was it? Was it Papa Smurf that went out to bat with 2 right gloves and then kept trying to put them on as he walked out?
Was it Papa Smurf or was it Sharma? One of the two, yeah. No, I think it
was Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf,
Thank you. Yeah, it was. So, yeah, it was a funny one. Arab's eye. I mean, he's gone out there, forgotten his gloves. So keen to get out there. Didn't check it. And next one's worked off the pads. I mean, Prajapati getting out. I mean, yes, it hurts, but I mean, at least they had a go putting him up there.
Yeah.
And I think it was worth a punt. He played one nice shot. He's got plenty of batting to come, and you consider they've still got Mandy, of course. They've got the captain, Gaurav Rathore, as well. And Prakash Singh, he's been batting well as well. So throw him in the mix as well.
Yeah. I think what the key thing here is now for the Stallions that they don't lose another wicket straight away. I think they just need to do the partnership first. Because what we've seen is once wickets start to tumble, KSV, well, they've got a way of joining them up.
Well, don't know about these gloves because they haven't done the trick. It's another catch for Shalbazam. And Arab's eye goes first ball. Complete miss hit. He went for it. He was driving on the up. Hit the bottom of the bat. And
he don't want to go. He doesn't want to go. He's paused. He's stood. He's talked to himself. He's sworn to himself. Just keep an eye on him. I mean, even once his catch is taken, he just stood there for ages saying, I don't want to go. I don't want to. Please give me another chance. Please, it's the final. One more chance. And in the end, look, he has to go. He's very disappointed. Look, he's a talented player. We've seen that already. You saw it in the semi-final. But here, he's got to go. And just what I was saying, the last thing the Stallions needed was to lose quick wickets because KSV, once they sniff that, they just go for the jugular. And you can see the attack is going to be on here now.
He knew it straight away, and that's one fielder you don't want to hit high balls to. Shalbazam, anything near him, he is so safe with the hands. Well, one thing you would say, at least he didn't waste too many balls, but he's disappointed. I think you're exactly right. KSV, they kind of read on confidence, but I don't think MTV needs to let that affect them too much. I mean, they've got a very classy player coming to the crease in Sachin Mandi.
Yeah.
But what an over from Saeed. He went for 4. First ball, wasn't a particularly good delivery, but he ends up with 2 for 8 off the over.
Yeah.
Well, changing the direction of this game.
It's going to be right up there. It's one of the top leading wicket takers with Awal Khan as well. He's been taking wickets regularly, 2s and 3s. Victor Moyo needs to bring his best to the final. Here he comes. And that's good areas, isn't it?
Bounce. So how about that? 21 for 2. I mean, I think regardless of the wickets, and they do bat deep though, MTV Stallions, so they have to keep trying to score that 10 and over. I think the kind of natural feeling will be just, I'll be a bit more conservative here and let's try and get to 90. I don't think 90 is enough. I don't think 80 or 90 is enough against KSV. And so you've got to keep playing your shots. These two certainly can. They're at the crease right now. This one pulled off a length. Samuel fields it. No real chance of a run out. And yeah, Moyo, I've seen a couple of batsmen get on top of him today, but you do need to account for that extra bounce that he gets. He does bowl from obviously quite a height. Get some good bounce out of this pitch. What do you think about Farouk going first ball? That's the thing. I think maybe just rush of blood. You know,
yeah.
I've said like, finals can do funny things. I've seen players do this before. Forget some key equipment in the final. It just shows you that obviously always a few nerves when you're going out to bat, and you just need to kind of settle and get a chance to settle him down. He won't get that chance as he went off the very first ball he faced. Victor Moyo now too old to Sachin Mandi. This will be a good contest. And a nervy start from Mandi, trying to dab outside the off stump.
Yeah, I mean, one thing Victor Moyo does do when he gets the ball in the right areas outside that off stump zone, he gets good bounce as well. He uses his height well. He doesn't try to use his height because he runs in fast and tries to drill the ball down. It's just the natural angle and bounce. Nice looking shot. Then it gets past Saeed. Doesn't get past Azam. Single. Andy hitting off the mark.
Yeah, it's just a real key moment in the game, isn't it now? See what Moyo can do. Can he get a wicket of his own? Goes upstairs. It's a pretty good bouncer.
Very good delivery, very sharp. And it was straight and right at him. That's what makes it so good. Didn't give him any width, didn't give him any room. No margin for error. It's the one for the over.
Yeah, that was perfect when you say it was above his shoulder but below the top of his head. So he might be able to bowl another one over the shoulder. Moyo. I can sometimes give the batsman a bit of confidence come on the front foot, although it's still not going to be easy. But you see, the Lanka just not really moving the feet to this one. He's a little bit better than he's hitting him at the moment. He's 8 off 10. It's into the power play, 23 for 2 off 3 overs.
Yeah, good over. Just 2 overs coming from it. And that's what happens when you lose wickets. Made a good start. And then those 2 in that over, as you see there, the graph in front of you, the Manhattan, if you like, and those 2 wickets, and all of a sudden, that's a downward trend. They need to pick that back up again now. It won't be easy because the bowling that comes at you doesn't get any weaker. They all are pretty good in their own right. This man, well, Rajan Sharma, he took 3 wickets in the semi-final.
Yes, and quick hello to Irashan Madashanka, who's watching from Galle in Sri Lanka. Wonderful to see you. All right, let's get some action on. And Mandi goes down the ground. He'll only get a single though. And think about KSV lineup to come. They do have a couple of players, particularly Shalbazam and Boom Boom Samuela, who seem to be able to lift the ball over this tiny field with ease. And so you feel like MTV Stallions, they're going to need some Maximos of their own. Padalanka tries, but he hasn't got this one. And it's going to be a 3rd catch for Shalbazam. It isn't. He's dropped it. I can't believe it. Wow, can you? This was, I mean, there's no easy catches, I suppose, on this breeze. I think he couldn't believe it either.
He did his usual look. The cap came off as he's gone in the air. He's got himself ready. Already he said, I'm looking pretty for the camera. It's going to be 3. And then he starts wrestling with it. Look, they wrestle and they wrestle. And the Kookaburra wins the battle.
Just couldn't get the middle of the hands around it, could he? And he was juggling. Well, then he landed on the ground. Now next one, well, insult to injury. This one's going to go to the boundary. He's hooked away. And well, Sharma digs it in. He gets 4. And well, maybe a couple of game-changing moments coming here in the 4th over from Rajan Sharma.
Well, what a drop that was. That was a bit like, you know, when you've had too many beers and you go home and you want to give the wife a hug. And she says, no, get away from me. Well, the Kookaburra did not want to be hugged.
You end up on the grass. Is that what you mean? Puts you in the backyard.
The spare room, yeah. Oh dear. That's going to play on his mind. I know he's a perfectionist. He's a Zam.
So wide, so just a few things going the way of MTV in this 4th over.
Yeah, Rajan Sharma is that swing too much. And that line belongs to me, says umpire Suleiman. And look, let's take this opportunity also in this final to give a big shout out to the umpires. Really been great. Bowler comes back in again. See this one, he gets hold of this as well. The fielders to try and get to it, but they're not going to. It's split them both. It's 4 more runs. This is very good batting, and Sachin Mandi, can he go on to do big things here? We know he's a class act. 4 more runs. But yeah, to all the umpires involved, umpire Khalid, we saw him earlier, umpire Ramdas, umpire Ali, umpire Sully, umpire Dinesh, been absolutely marvellous and well led by Rob Kemming at the beginning of this series and then by Charles Croucher. Gentlemen, you've been A1, as they say. Good work from you. I know it's not always easy. And of course, you're only human. You're not going to get everyone right. You don't have the technology as we do, and we're able to look at things again and again and slow it down, etc. So you've really done a great job, being very professional, and added great value to this Fancode European Cricket Series. Well done, guys.
Yeah, certainly. Couldn't agree with those thoughts more. So many people work so hard to bring this cricket to you, and we know how much you're enjoying it. Sharma pushes and runs, and this one will get through for a single, but well, Sharma's getting up with 13 off his over. Probably bowled a bit better than that. The score after 4 overs is 36 for 2. And well, speaking of people, you join us in the live chat. It's a great place to meet some people and talk cricket. And we talk it, everything else as well. And it's been wonderful that so many people have come together and are enjoying the European Cricket Network. And of course, we've gone over 200,000 subscribers recently. I can tell you how many we're up to now. We're really getting up there. Over 209,000 and climbing. So we're heading for 250,000, hopefully. We'll get there. If you know any family or friends that enjoy sport, enjoy cricket, even if they don't, get them onto ECN, because it's the kind of cricket entertainment you won't see anywhere else in the world. We say it all the time, but well, it's true. And speaking of entertainment, the entertaining start to this game. 36 runs and 2 wickets in the first 4 overs. Now, they're going to turn to spin, and it's going to be Shakib Naib-Khail to come into the attack in the 5th.
Well, Naib-Khail was this saviour, wasn't he, in the quarterfinals? He scored. What have he done now? I just looked round and the 10th's on top of Mr. Maximo.
I didn't even notice until it plonked me on the top of the head. Good start by Naib-Khail. Here's the problem structurally, is that this side isn't connected to anything anymore. You should get a picture of this. Pretty good one.
Naib-Khail, yeah, he was there. He scored the runs towards the end. That's a nice little flick. I think that's going to probably split the two fielders. Yes, it does. What a lovely shot that is again. Brilliant work.
Yeah, it's a real placement here. It's timing sigi, placement sigi. Oh,
the accent.
That's how you say it.
Where's this accent
That's how
coming
you
from?
say it. No, that's genuine. Michael McCann told me that's the correct pronunciation. But yeah, he did nail it, didn't he? That one on the ground to the horses. And just drives handsomely down the ground the next ball. So if Pothalanka can get going, I mean, it's really dicey too coming back. But he takes on the fielder and wins. And he gets a double. And we just keep going at this 10 and over. You need to get 100 plus on the board. I think even psychologically it's a task. And although you might have some moments where it's not going your way, at least with 100 runs on the board, you've got something to play with against this strong Kummerfeld batting lineup. There he goes. This is going to be a chance. And who's calling for it here? It's taken, and it's Rajan Sharma out there that takes the catch. He took responsibility. And Pothalanka, well, his innings ends. He never really got going to his potential. He goes for a runner ball 16. Might not be the worst. Brings another player into the crease. The score now is 42 for 3.
Yeah, well taken. Not going to make any mistakes, and you saw how much that meant to him as he pumps that we're into the ground in celebration. I said to you that Shakib Naib-Khail was the key man yesterday. He was kept him in the quarterfinals. He batted and scored 20 odd runs when it was so important, when KSB were falling apart, and then with the ball he came and he took those wickets, 4 wickets. So just continuing to do the rescue job that he has to. And now and again when the big guns fail.
Absolutely nightmare now. I feel like I'm working out of a broom closet. Here's Naib-Khail. They've sent in captain Rathore. I think this is a good move because he's kind of a really utility batsman, Rathore. He's quite unselfish. He's put himself in at number 5. And they've got Rathore. They've still got Prakash Singh to bat. He's been in pretty good form. And I don't think we've seen Suraj Motilal yet. He's often opened up, but they've decided to put Prajapati in.
I think they're probably relying on him and maybe Prakash Singh to hit a few big ones towards the end.
There's no one back here. So which way will it run? Might just pull up. The race is on. And didn't have to do much. I think the ball did stop in the boundary.
I think the ball stopped and the fielder was going to do the flicker. I don't think there's any touch from Sharma here.
No, I don't think he ever touches it.
He just, luckily for him, he doesn't make contact as he jumps over it. He could have kneed it over the boundary.
Well, he didn't need it. And the score now. That's the end of another over. And just wait to get the up-to-date score. Now, I'm not sure if that's the end of the over or perhaps there's one ball to come. Just a bit of a conference going on in the middle. The wicket came off the fourth ball. Now, I think we had...
Yeah, I think it should be, what, 44?
Don't know, too. Yeah, I think it'll be 44. It'll be 44 for 3 after 5 overs. And this tent's now permanently disabled. I'll get Rico to sort me out here. Well, new over starts. Chance for a run out here. Wow, it was a bit too spicy for the bowler to gather. It's Avi Soni, who has come in with his left armers. And this one was hit hard. Hit hard to the fielder. His shoulder's arm in that position. And if he hit, he was dead. But a bit too difficult for the bowler to gather that one. Comes in the air, could be caught, and it is caught. Well, get ready for some dancing. Ashish Sharma, well, he grabs this one to his left. Yeah, you know, it's bunga time. When Sharma gets the ball, it's time for the jiggy jiggy. And this is an outstanding athletic effort from Ashish Sharma at backward point. Have a look at this one. And it was hit at some pace by Rathore. And he launched himself. And then you knew once he came down with that ball, it wasn't too long before he was going to hit the dance floor, Ashish Sharma. And then, well, Chaka de Fate. He absolutely loves being on the camera. We love watching him. Big moment in the game, Rathore. He's got to go for only 2. And the score, 46 for 4. Well, Ashish Sharma creating a highlight of his own right there. So Avisani didn't get a bowl in the semi-final. Surprised a lot of people when he gets the big wicket here of the Rathore. And now MTV on the back foot a little bit. Closer to 9 than 10. And Mahendra Samu enjoyed it as well. It was a great catch, wasn't it? And Avisani. Good job for his team. It's a little bit short though. Batsman misses out. Look at this one. Just trying to pull it, didn't he? Maybe that's a ball you can cut instead. Iftikhar Ali's joined the batting effort for MTV Stallions. He was the hero in the semi-final. This one's nudged away. And he's still there. He gets a single. And apologies again, the scoreline's down temporarily. We're working on fix that as soon as possible.
What I miss?
Oh, you missed a bit of Ashish Sharma magic.
Oh, I didn't, did I?
As you were burying the tent. It's gone now.
We've gone convertible now.
But not rain now. We're in big trouble. This is Iftikhar.
It's got to be quick. This is going to be close.
He's fine. Look at this one. The difference here is he's backing up.
Wicketkeeper broke the stumps.
Yeah, so Avisani, great over from him. It's the end of it. The end of 6. It's 49 for 4. And that was a huge wicket of Rathore going for only 2. It was only half a chance, but Sharma, it was a very athletic effort. He dived to his left, almost like a slips catch. He took it backwards point. backward point, and you know what happened after he caught it, Rico. You knew
Did
what
he
it
do
was.
the old? Did he
Rico,
move the old shoulders
Rico
and do
does
his
it
bit?
very well.
Did he do his bit? I missed it.
It was
I'm going to have to look
planted.
out for it in the highlights.
You can always go back and watch these games on YouTube.
Yeah, of course
This is
you
what's
can,
great
yeah.
about it. You can go back and watch previous series, previous days, previous matches. And they're all there. Well over the 1,000 matches in total. And we plan to bring you 1,000 this year in 2021. That's what's so exciting about the Fancode European Cricket Series. Moving right along. It's going to be Naib Kiel to come back. Why not? Couple wicket in his first over. This one just doesn't spin. Batsman plays a bit of turn, but gets away from the keeper as well. And they'll sneak through for a bite.
Yeah, you can see just trying to guide this along through the gap, trying to get his wrist into play, but still gets a single. That's what it was going to get. I think again, it's a case of rebuild time and try and get Mandy on strike. He's got to be the key player. It's not really, I don't think his natural game though, really, to attack. It's, the batsman likes to play the ball on merit.
Just in a bit of a funk here at the moment, aren't they? Need a Maximo. Not going to get one here. Plays back to the bowler. Valuable dot.
Yeah, interesting. They've sent out Ali. Maybe this was the time, perhaps, to go for Prakash Singh to try and get hold of some of this spin. And that he can hit it pretty well. Just be a single. Saeed's lost it. Didn't know where it went. And they've come through and taken two. And Kiel is saying, come on, what happened there? He had no idea what happened here. Saeed, for one moment, he thought it'd gone through him and perhaps was on the way to the boundary. But luckily he hadn't. But the hesitation of getting the ball in allowed them to get two. Mind you, he's maybe not be good on the deck, but when he comes in the air, he's very good. Well, that was very good position. He didn't miss by much, but he gets the wide, and it's the case of, I knew exactly what I was doing there. This time he's trying to hit this hard, but again it will be Saeed. Saeed this time will make no mistake. He gets the ball in. Get it in, they said. Throw Garo. Hold on to it. It's tiki-taka time. Need a boundary, need a couple of boundaries here now.
54 the score after 6.4. This may be another one. They'll have to hustle. Big appeal. Umpire says no. Have a look at this on the replay. Just home. Nice piece of work by the fielder.
Yeah.
But also it's good running. Taking off straight away. And get a single. So it'll be 55 off 6.5. Again, apologies, the scoreline going down. We will keep you up to date with the score. Keep your sound on. Here's the last ball of the 7th over. So 55. I might have to do a check-in after this over. I mean, 10s get you to 85. Doesn't seem like enough, does it? But I mean, this is a final. We've seen funny things happen in finals before. I mean, you don't often see Shoaib Azam dropping a catch. A full toss. And they run on the hit. Samuela can't gather it cleanly. This will take us to the end of over number 7. The score was 56 for 4. 7 runs. And he bowled very well in his 2 overs. And, well, coming Monday, we hope you can join us Monday morning. Opening day. It's always very exciting. We'll have 10 teams there split into 2 groups of 5 in Malta. 48 matches, so the exact same format as this tournament. And, well, 2020, I'm sure there's quite a few teams looking forward to seeing again.
Yeah, a lot of teams, a lot of players as well. And also the personnel. They really made us feel very welcome indeed. And I'm looking forward to going back because I think some of those restrictions that we had to abide by last time have been slightly loosened. So it'd be good to actually be able to wander a little bit more and see a bit more of Malta. Well, the batsman there, Ali, saw a little bit more of the kookaburra that he would like to. It's coming his way.
Yeah, you'll hate to be the one that have to retrieve that kookaburra if it went where this almost went. Have a look at this. Special doctors for this kind of stuff. This one. It's a bit of dodgeball. We'll be on strike now. 57 the score after 7.1. 57 the score after 7.1. He tries to sweep. They're going to run hard here. It's a long chase for the fielder. They should get back for 2. They will. So backing up as well. 59 the score off 7.2.
Well backed up by Ashish Sharma. Wasn't letting that go past, he says.
And Sonny bowled well as well. Spin's been very effective. We're surprised we didn't see him bowling in the semi-final, but
yeah,
certainly bowling well and doing a job for KSV in the final, keeping things tight.
Hard, but unfortunately finding the fielder. Good. Well, this could be another one here. Wasn't the best of throws. And to be honest, I think the fielders there on the leg side, they were napping. Yeah. Nobody backing up.
Well, it looked like Shabazan was just going to take it easy. He probably thought he was taking it easy, but he just put too much on the throw. It was high, put Avisoni under some pressure. So they do get back for 2. It's back-to-back 2s. Really, they want 4s and 6s at this stage. Will they take him on? Tries. And, well, he's going to get 4 here. And this is really good footwork by Iftikhar Ali, because Avisoni's been bowling a good length. And this time he turns into a full toss, and he does it with footwork. Gets down the wicket, gets it on the full, and also gets a gap, and he gets 4.
Yeah. You can see what the bowler was trying to do. Saw him coming and thinking, okay, I'm going to get this one wide of hit, get the wicket-keeper in play, take the bails off. And that's a wicket, thank you very much. But he kept his eye on it, kept his shape, put it away. That's a valuable boundary.
65 off 7.4. This time he stands and waits for it, pushes it for a single, so 66 off 7.5. Really, at the moment, it's Mandy who's kind of the silent partner. And, you know, we saw him early in the tournament. I know he wasn't hampered by that injury, but batting with a lot more freedom. It's, at the moment, he's on strike. Again, can't quite get the length he wants. He's going to run hard. They might get 2 here. It'll be a tough one. Might be on it. The keeper's end with a good throw. And, well, the throw hits Mandy. The throw hits Mandy when he comes through. And Shawazam saying, well, I was at the bowler's end. And you see here the throw coming in. Good one, might have having trouble, but the throw nailing the batsman as he came through. Let's have a look here. Now, was the bowler's end on? I don't think either end, really, they were going to get a run out. It was just really well identified by the batsman. They got 3 2s in that over and a boundary. In the end, there were a dozen off it. You have 68 for 4. 2 overs remaining. They've got some good bowlers to come, don't they? They've got Hazrat Saeed, who's going to bowl the 9th, and they can take their pick. And they've got Moyo, who only went for 2. Well, they've got Muhammad Samiullah still to come back.
Captain himself hasn't bowled now. I wonder if that's because he's still struggling a little bit with his legs, so he doesn't want to bowl. He just wants to stay as fit as he can with the batting. But it just goes to show that their strength. I mean, like you said, in the semi-final, he didn't bowl Avisonu, and yet Avisonu is one of the leading wicket takers in this series. So that's how much depth and strength that they've got.
Yeah, exactly right. Just Hazrat Saeed, ready bowl over number 9, USA. And it all happens in the 9th.
It's quite timed it. It's going to run pretty quickly. We'll get there. The running's been very good between these two. Look, the bowling's been pretty good. And when the bowling is tight and you're not getting any free hits, the one thing you got to do is keep running, keep taking the singles. They've done that. The only unfortunate thing is they haven't had too many loose deliveries to hit the boundaries.
That's exactly right.
Azam is just to our left here. Azam, the captain, how's it going? Happy? Yeah, he gives us a thumbs up. He's happy with the way things are going so far. Well, this one's been launched. He may not be happy about this one. It's gone a long way. Balle, balle, balle. And that has certainly woken up the Stallions. It's woken up the Stallions on the other side of the fence as well.
Wow, this was absolutely smoked for a Maximo by Mandy. He's been waiting a while and you feel like he does like pace on the ball. He's a good batsman technically. This one was blasted. You might want to ask Shahbazam that same question after that ball. It's
he might ignore me this time round.
Saeed going the distance in the 9th. Well, it all happens in the 9th. We know that.
Here comes Saeed once more. And that's been well hit. He's trying to get the gap. The ball is going to win the race. It does. Back-to-back boundaries. And I think there's going to be a change here straight away from Azam. I think he's going to put another man back to in that gap. So he's going to have the more orthodox field on the leg side, the square leg mid-wicket, and the man coming then here to long on. So he brings Victor Moyo in from the offside. Now, Mandy, he's a good enough player to extort this. He can look at this field and he can play on the offside as well.
He can.
So it's a challenge here now. Depends also where Saeed, of course, bowls. Here we go. Well, just came onto him a little bit quicker, but he wants the two. Look, he runs the first one quick. Yeah. Thought about coming back, but his partner's not interested. His partner's, all he saw when he turned around was the number 5 shirt. He had no eyes, nobody making any communication with him, and he's having a chat with him there, saying, look, we had to go there. Why weren't you interested?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think the most likely outcome was there. He was going to get run out. I think you can still use him. I wouldn't throw one away just yet.
Good contact made. Take a single. Shoaib Azam was very quick to get that extra fielder in there. That's exactly why he knows that most of these shots they're playing are going in that area. Saeed. Short, and that's going to race away. Third man. Does he get a stop on it? Well, where's the ball going? I think it stayed in play amazingly. It ends up being a really good stop.
Amazing stop.
Excellent stop right in front of the banner there of the DCB, the German Federation and European Cricket. Look at this. This has really raced away. Watch the fielder coming there. Well, he's got a bit fortunate. He has, but he's done the job.
It's kicked him, it kept it in.
Well, Kiel did very well. That's the end of another over.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's been pretty windy, and we are now pretty, I'll say homeless. We're tentless, that's for sure. And you might wonder what happens to the tents. Now, this is the commentary tent graveyard. That's where they go. And there's the one from last week there as my computer blows over. And, well, that's Rico. That's what's been keeping you busy this innings.
Where's the covering gone? I mean, that tent did have material. Did. The material's disappeared.
That's already blown away.
There's another one over there, actually, a tent.
There's more. It actually keeps going. We know I had to scooter through a graveyard to get here the other day when I got lost. So that's the commentary tent graveyard. And so, yeah, we're exposed to the elements. And let's score now. At the end of 9, it's 83 for 4. This is hit down to long on. They just got to score off all these balls. They think about coming back. Shelvers having a bit of chicken there, but I think you need Mandy on strike here as much as you can. I think he's the man you want to be on strike as much as possible.
Yeah, a couple of big shots here now. I mean, Mandy just trying to get himself focused. His score moves on to 84. So 90 plus. They can get into the 90s.
Yeah. Slower ball. A little nick on this, and now he's going to run. He's going to miss. Yeah, I think it makes sense not to try and run here because the odds of making the run are low.
Yeah.
The odds of a run out are high. And you still want a batsman there that can hit boundaries. Look at that clever off-spinning ball. Bounces over the stubs. He would have been gone. This one goes just misses. We've seen some bad keeper throwing today. Anyway, Samiola with the ball. And he chops down on this one. And they'll probably just be satisfied with the one, the fielding team, because they know it takes Mandy away from the strike. It'll be Iftikhar Ali, who's up to 13, to take over. And score now is 85 for 4. So we had 29 come off the last 2 overs before this over. And he's knocked over. That's where you want to be, full and straight at the end of the innings. And, well, not satisfied with just trying to take the one. He went the big shot and he missed out. So wicket for Samiola. And the score now, it's 85 for 5.
Yeah, 85 for 5. Vinny, I'm still not convinced that this order was correct here. I mean, when you've got somebody who can hit the ball so well and so clean as Prakash Singh, for me, he's got to have some time out there. This format of the game, T10, is his style. And he certainly should, for me, have come in at the point where Ali did. And maybe even earlier, maybe even start with him. You know, why not take the chance? He can hit it really well.
I mean, maybe they didn't know that Iftikhar would stick around as long as he did, but he didn't really set the world on fire, did he?
No.
A couple of okay shots. But Prakash Singh, he's been man of the match in both of their finals so far. And sure, it's mostly for his bowling, but he's hit the winning runs in the quarterfinal and then had an important contribution in the semi-final with the bat. So 85 the score. 3 balls remain. And now they're going to have to go here. And again, it's missed. And they think about running out at the bowler's end. And well, again, I tell you what, if we're ever gambling on 10-pin bowling, I don't want Zaid Hassan as my partner. I want to be against him. This is another gutter ball. Well, they get through for a bye. It allows Mandy to survive, and he'll get a chance to hit with 1 ball left in the innings. 86 on the board. Make this 87. He'll have to come back.
Giddy up, giddy up.
Well, he does well. They'll get 88 in the end, and there'll be no addition to that score. So, well, again, apologies for the scoreline being down, but I can tell you it's a very similar chase for KSV that they've done quite a few times. And look, they normally have made them, but this is the final. There's going to be an extra layer of pressure. What will the order be? That's the question as well. They've got a few resources to decide. They've got Samuela. Will he open or will he come down the order? Rajan Sharma is another one. Dilraj and Ashok Bazam. He normally opens. Will he open as per usual? They've got some thinking to do, and they'll be chasing 89 for victory in the final, and they're trying to achieve their second ECS trophy. And well, let's have a look at some of the highlights. And certainly, there's an action-packed start to the final. And they sent out Prajapati to open the batting. I quite like that move. And this one was 5 for 3. No one getting away from the keeper, Zaid Hassan. Hazrat Saeed bowled with fire as usual. Went for a boundary early. But this was the over where things just started going right for KSV. Picked up 2 wickets in this over.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, once again, not for the first time, an amazing catch by a player. And then the same player, after he took 2, thought, right, he's going to take a hat-trick of catches, and he got himself ready for it as well. He took his hat off, done his hair, looked pretty, but it wasn't to be. And it just goes to show how things can change. Look, hat goes off, does his hair, and this, look, he just couldn't hold it. It's a hot potato, it goes down.
And the hair was messed up as well. And it was all going wrong for Shahbazam. He will have a chance to bounce back later in this innings. Rajan Sharma's coming into the lineup for these knockout games. He disappeared. Well, it wasn't the worst over either. Just a couple that were too short. And MTV Stallions, they had to keep attacking, didn't they? This one was really nicely timed. And it's timed well enough to get between the 2 sweepers on the leg side boundary. But then, well, spin was introduced into the attack, and Naib Kyle and Avi Soni did a really good job strangling the innings in the middle and just didn't allow the MTV Stallions to get away.
Yeah, this one. Well, this was a catch I think I missed, and it's nice to see it again. Come on, give it some. Give it some. Bangara fever. Come on, we're waiting. Aye, aye, aye. Chakadite bate. Like it. Oh, I like it.
A bit of extra as well. Something he's been saving up for the final, obviously. Yeah, well, we saw a couple of strokes played down here, but yeah, Prakash Singh didn't come out to bat until very, very late in the innings. And I think that didn't help their chances. I think they would have loved 10 more runs on the board. They would have loved to try and get the chase up into the triple digits. And this was, well, I don't know, half luck, half skill down there on the boundary from Naib Kyle. Kept that one in play. And then, well, last over, you know what you can expect. Samuela coming back into the attack. And he bowled second over to Victor Moyo. It surprised me slightly. And Iftikhar, eventually he fell. And before you know it, it was over. Ended up with not a bad starting poker hand. Pair of 8s, 88. 88 for 5, the final score. And, well, just looking back at this innings, it was Mandy with 37 not out of 23, who was the standout batsman, who's supported by Podolanko 16. And look, also Iftikhar Ali with 15 off 12. Apart from that, no one cracked double figures with the ball. Well, Moyo was very economical, only conceding 2 off his only over. Wasn't bowled again. The wickets went to Saeed, 2 for 23, and singles to Samuela, as well as Naib Kyle and Soni. And look, Naib Kyle, 15 off his 2 overs, Soni, 16 off his 2 overs. They bowled in tandem, overs 5, 6, 7, and 8, and they really kept things tight. So it'll be KSV requiring 89 runs off 60 balls if they're to achieve their second ever Fancode European Cricket Series title. Certainly hope you can join us in just a few minutes for the chase. Vinny Sandhu, Mr. Maximo, along with Rico Fool. We'll see you shortly for more cricket This is ECN. You're watching the Fancode European Cricket Series. Welcome back to Kiel for the final time for some cricket, and it's going to be the final innings of this magnificent 48-match Fancode European Cricket Series. Well, Kiel in the north of Germany has been a wonderful setting for us over the last couple of weeks, and the weather's been magnificent as well, and fittingly the sun has come out just for a little bit as we're about to start the second innings. And thanks so much to our team at Spring Productions as well. That's Richards, who shot that fantastic drone footage of this venue, and it's a multi-sport club. like so many are in Germany. There's hockey, there's tennis, there's cricket, and the surrounds, there's lacrosse as well, there's horse riding, Olympic swimming pool. It's so wonderful that cricket is now part of the mix. Yes, this is Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo, along with Rico Fall for the final innings. And well, KSV, they are previous ECS champions. If they are to win a second title in the European Cricket Series, then they'll have to chase down 89 runs. It's the kind of target they've had to chase quite often. And, well, the pressure of a final, though. The other final that they won in the ECS against SG Findorf, they won batting first, and they got 160 plus. Put a big score on the board. They're going to have to do it chasing today. And really, MTV, they're a good bowling and fielding unit. And they catch well. They're very enthusiastic in the field. But they need to remove the key players. And the two big fish for me, Shalbazam, the captain who's facing up, and Mohamed Samiullah, if they get going, they just seem to be able to hit sixes with ease. Currently the wind coming kind of from third man to mid-wicket kind of direction, but it has been swirling around all day. And it's going to be Farouk Arabzai to bowl the first over. Starts all important. Again, this is the final. In cricket, you only get one chance with the bat. It all comes down to this. They've got Gadu Raju back. Long off boundaries, also a third man in place. So again, apologies for the technical issues with the scoreboard. I can tell you, it's 89 to win. And I'll just try and keep some sort of score going in the live chat to assist you. Now, start of the second innings. Shalbazam mistimes this one. A little bit short from Arabzai. A bit lucky to get away with it. There's nobody back on the leg side whatsoever. He's lining it up. Just got a little bottom edge onto his thigh. Nasty one to start for Shalbazam. One could have easily gone for 4 or worse. And yeah, well, we're experiencing the conditions now in the open air. Arabzai. This time this is hit really hard. Good bit of fielding from Prajapati. It prevents any run. Excellent work. This one is a real crack of the bat from Shalbazam. Farouk. Well, again, luck's a fortune. Around the wicket. This is very close to the top of the stumps. We've seen lots of bounce in the pitch. And this one taken over the stumps, not by much. Again, game of inches. No. 3-dot balls to start things off. A couple of them, I would have thought. Shalbazam would have wanted to put away. 89 or 57 required. So he goes up. Does he have enough? And Prajapati holds on to it. Big wicket. Azam goes for a duck in the final. And well, Arabzai, he persisted with his field. Didn't have too much protection on the leg side, but he had Prajapati. And first, it was an excellent stop to keep Azam on strike, but then he holds out. And well, Brajesh, he just doesn't drop them. The first wicket goes down without a run on the board. It's none for one.
What a start. They needed to apply pressure. And the captain going for a duck. And that certainly is going to send a few shockwaves through the team. It's going to put pressure on. Dilraj has not been at his best. We know that. He's been shaky. What a brave move, though, to not have Gadi Raju bowling. They've always gone with that in every match. And on this one, they decided, no, we're going to change it up. Arabzai, we want him to have a go. He gets a wicket. That's a brave move from the captain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw Farouk Arabzai opening in the first game today. But you're right, Gadaraj is their usual first over bowler. Huge one. Well, big fish. That's what it's all about. And now we've got a new batsman coming out at number 3. And you've got to keep getting these big fish.
There's a bit of tension out there now. I mean, Dilraj, I think whenever there's tension in pressure moments, he seems to, well, shake like a leaf. You haven't seen him do anything when he's under pressure. He'll be feeling it where he is. I'm sure the batsman's on the wrong. Yeah, I think I was going to say the bat. He can't be running through the
Dilraj just saying, well, why are you changing? You're successful. Anyway, here we go. We're going to get a run here. Oh, we will. Not without some discomfort. This one is going to be a leg by. And it's Rajan Sharma that's come out at number 3. So the first run on the board. He's out there with Dilraj. Still got Samuel in the shed. Again, the only way to get Samuel is to get through these batsmen. So you've got to get these batsmen early and hope to get Samuel and still have some runs to play with.
Zai made a golden duck himself with the bat. Now trying to make up for it with the ball. That's a beauty.
Really
what a
good,
lovely
really
ball that
good
is.
delivery. What an over this is. It's gone dot, 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 wicket, leg by, dot. So essentially that'll go down as maiden for Arabzai because the leg by doesn't go against his bowling. But the score after 1 over is 1 for 1. And what a start for MTV, getting the big wicket of the captain, Shabazam, in the first over.
Amazing start. To bowl a maiden in the final, first up. Well, that takes some doing, and it's going to make things very difficult here. And this man, if you can not let the occasion get to him, Prakash Singh, he's been on top form as well.
He certainly has. Player of the match in their quarterfinal and semi-final matches.
So Prakash Singh gets ready. Well, his first ball.
Shabazam will be so disappointed. That's cricket though, isn't it? He's batted so well in this tournament. Well, looks like the graphics are back. That's good news. It's hit hard. Well, it's going to be a big chase. It's actually outstanding work.
Shaba. That was superb. That was absolutely quality. Prajapati, well, he's in Bermuda partying, isn't he?
He's the only man that could have stopped it. He's got huge arms. And look at that. Oh, really athletic stuff. And you have to fight for every run to final.
Fabulous.
So already he's saved 3 runs already.
Yeah.
And he's taken a catch. Sharma in the air, gets over the fielder. Oh, it's Iftikhar Ali in the circle. And we've seen a lot of runs in this direction today, haven't we? It's a pretty good in-swinger from Prakash. Oh, another day. This could go to that man. Instead, have to pick it from the other side of the boundary, 4 runs.
Yeah, it could have gone anywhere this. See the fielder leaping in the air, not able to get to it. It's that choice, isn't it, that some captains make, whether they want the third man up or not. And how many times have we seen him being up, the ball goes over him, and now he's going to go back on the line. I think you just got to make that call right at the beginning.
Bring the mid-off up, third man back now. But I mean, that stop from Prajapati just a couple of balls ago. It was sheer willpower, wasn't it? And this one gets through him. Another good in-swinger. And they just need to get these top 4. They do have runs on the board. They've got 88 of them. And as my coach used to say, once you have those runs on the board in the final, nobody can take them away from you. Prakash Singh. One a little bit short. Well, knocks it down. And then it's a few.
It's a bit of ping pong going on here.
Yeah, bit of ping pong. I know Wimbledon's coming up next month. French Open's coming up as well, I think. Have a look at this. Throwing them everywhere. It's a little bit short. I think Prakash Singh was lucky to get away with it. Again, they've only got the 4 fielders on the leg side. He's bowling in swingers. But I think he's going to try and attack the stumps of Rajan Sharma. A bit short again. Again, no run. I mean, all these dot balls making a difference. If you have a good power play, suddenly your 88 score plays a bit like something over 100 because you haven't let them get away.
Yeah.
And it's been an excellent spirited start from MTV. Comes down the track. Prajapati on bucket hands. He's going to do the fielding. Keeps it to 1. End of the second over. Another very good one. There was 7 off it. 8 for 1 after 2.
Yeah, and out of that 7, one of them was the edge. that flew over the third man for 4, and that's just how difficult runs have been to come. Now, this man, he was, for me, the quality bowler of Group A. Gadiraju, he's now getting set to bowl. Just taking his time to get the ball in the right places, but having bowled 2 overs in the semi-final, and his second over was much better than his first. Maybe he's back in the groove. Well, what a time for him if he can be at his best in the final, because he's very difficult to get away.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we haven't seen too much of Dilraj Singh yet with the bat. He's still on strikers and only faced the 1 ball so far. Gadiraju, again, he's been a very crafty bowler. Not a lot of pace on it, but he's fairly accurate. Moves the ball a little bit, moves it off the straight and narrow. Here he is bowling to Rajan Sharma. Just dabs it. Oh, this one, it was uppish and almost carried that man a backward point.
Nice start. He'd be encouraged with that. Gadiraju, sort of bowler that you see him running in and you think he's going to come pretty quick. But then the action sort of comes out a little bit different out of his hand. Takes a while before it comes to you, and then he gets a swing in and he just gets you playing early.
Oh, this one very, very close.
Ooh, what a good piece of keeping.
Yeah, I liked it from Mandy. Let's have a look. The foot never leaves the ground. That was the issue. And he did have him off in a flash. That back foot did drag it all. Sharma's going to be in trouble. And with every dot ball, the pressure grows. I mean, I don't care who you are. I mean, your timing can come and go very quickly. And 10 overs isn't a long time. MTV just have to not give any oxygen, not make any errors. So far, they've been pretty miserly, not giving too many extra runs away to KSV. Oh, well, this one's pitched up and it is going to go the distance. It's the first one of the innings. Maximo Sharma. Well, we saw signs of this in the last game. And he decided it's on the length. He was going to swing. He swung straight through it for 6 runs.
Good shot from Rajan Sharma. He's starting to get under pressure with these dots. He needed to find something special, needed something big. Just to let the opposition know that he's still there. And that they're not by any means on top in this match. Quality shot. Of course, you've got to follow that up. A couple of dot balls here now, and it means nothing. But if you can just rotate the strike, Dilraj there at the other end, he's going to be getting cold, and he's very nervous as well. He needs to get in the action.
Oh, it's a good outswinger this time. He gets an inside edge, and this could have gone absolutely anywhere. It could have gone on the stumps. It could maybe get away to the boundary as well. But Rajan Sharma gets away with it, and it'll just be a single.
Yeah, so it is time for Dilraj to take strike. And let's see how he goes about this innings. Not been anywhere near his best, apart from 1 or 2 innings in this series. And it'd be a good time to perform, especially with his captain Azam going for a duck.
Yeah, exactly right. You're still not out of the woods, are you? It's all about the run rate required. Gadiraju would love a wicket here. Ross is in the air, but it's going to be away from the fielder. It's going to be 4 more. Well, this is the thing with Gadiraju, because he's not the quickest. He doesn't really rush you. And batsman able to fetch that one. Dilraj gets away with the boundary.
Yeah, picks someone up outside off stump and sends it to that gap. Wide off, long on, and that's purely because he was just too short. Gadiraju used to be a little bit fuller, and he tries just that.
You called it. You called it. You have to try and starve the batsman to that length. Because I think on this surface it really does sit up nicely. It's kind of lush, artificial surface. It's touch and go, but just coming back enough to satisfy the umpire. And it also takes us to the end of over number 3. It's 19 for 1. Pretty good power play, really. Well, that staircase was climbing. It's the early wicket of Azam. That was the story of the first 3 overs.
Yeah. But they're on the... It's almost the reverse of what the Stallions did. The Stallions went downwards. And here we see KSV going the right direction.
Classic downstairs, upstairs power plays.
Yeah. Upstairs, downstairs. Used to be a TV show. You ever watch it? Upstairs, downstairs.
Before my time. Yeah. It's an English show.
Talking about TV show.
Yeah.
Do you know what one of the most popular TV shows was in Germany during Christmas time?
Mr. Bean?
No.
One of my favourites.
Mr. Bean, no.
Tell me.
Tell you after this delivery.
I like it. Let's go over a thought. Come into bowl his off spinners. Let's look at that run rate. It's bang on. 10 and over required. Well, this one, is it a chance? Well, it's going to carry over the fielder. Goes all the way. Maximo. Sharma moves to 20. Well, I thought it was on a length. He picked it up. He got it out of here. 6 runs.
Yeah, good shot. I think this probably would have gone over Eddie Raju even if he was right on the line. Nice shot played there.
He lost his towel as he bowled that. I thought it might put the batsman off. Obviously not, because he hit it for 6. And he's going to hit another 6 here. And this one is huge. Well, that one's into the trees. Maximo, back-to-back 6s for Sharma. And, well, really putting a dent in this total now in the 4th over.
The captain, Rathor, has come on. But, well, he's seen Sharma taking a liking to the spin. Those are 2 very, very big shots. That certainly is going to take some of the tension away. And I know there's tension, my question. But first of all, before I go on to that, did you know that the Christmas tree, well, traditionally originated in Germany?
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So the Christmas tree tradition originated in Germany.
I'm going to buy a calendar as well because it's still June.
And there's another one. I think it's going to go over the player. And this is big hitting coming at a time just when they were under pressure. When he's seen that no other batsman is getting going. Dilraj struggling at the other end. And he thought, right, it's time to let go. And these have been 3 big hits.
Take it to the heart, really, for the captain, Gaurav Thor. And it's such a change of fortunes. We had Shobhas scoring pretty consistently during the tournament. He fell for a duck. And we had Sharma, who came into the team yesterday, got a first baller.
Yeah.
And now he's the one doing the attacking with 666. He moves to 32, not out of 14 balls. Suddenly, that run rate looking to not at all. Only 8 and over required. So
Dead ball.
Dead ball called.
Oh, he's got lucky there at all because I don't know if he's trying to change his delivery. It went pretty wide, but batsman wasn't ready. But the batsman now knows what Rathor was thinking of doing, bowling the flatted delivery. See if he still sticks to the same.
This one, this is very close. Well, again, I think Mandy, he had him off in a flash. We'll have a look. He just got back in time. That's a good call from the umpire. The umpiring has been good. Mandy's saying, oh no, finally that foot had dragged a little bit longer. Again, I know you got to get through Boom Boom. You got to get through Sharma first. And I think Boom Boom, Dylan Rose signal, he's capable, but he hasn't really gotten going in the last day or two the way that he can. That's the key here. Still a lot of runs to play with. Over 50 of them. And this is the chance here. It's in the air. Rathor's called it himself. And, oh, he can't hold on. He spills it. That was a tough one. It's swirling around, to be fair. There's probably an easier catch for Pothalanka, who was coming in.
Yeah.
The bowler went for it. Unfortunately, the chance goes down. Sharma survives.
Yeah. And look, it was going to be difficult. We're not going to keep going on about it, but the wind around this ground is really strong. This is just going. It pops up. He almost takes it the second time round. But he did call it, and a few people saying to Pothalanka, why didn't he go for it? And he's saying, look, he's called it, and he's done the right thing. He's done the right thing.
Again, see, there's no organised way in cricket. It's always, for me, the fielder coming in should be taking responsibility for that one. But yeah, hard to argue with the captain who called for it. This one's cut away. There's protection back here. Just the one. But the fielding's been so good so far. And get away an extra one here. That's a life for Sharma. End of 4 overs. And it's 39 for 1 after 4.
Yeah, super over. It's quality, 20 runs coming from it. And, well, we're about to wrap up proceedings here. It's final. After that over, KSV.
I think, well, he's been a match winner so far. MTV needs to come up with something, and soon. And the rate now just a tick over 8. They need wickets, they need them fast, and particularly they need to get rid of Sharma. They have to find a way through Samiola if they can get any chance of getting their hands on that winner's trophy. This is Sharma on strike. Comes at him. There's a little nick on this, I think. It looks like I saw a bit of a deflection. For the umpire signal. Yeah, that's going to be runs. Let's have a look on the replay. Yeah, little edge. Again, that can easily hit the stumps. Mandy got it on the half volley, so it was a tough one for him to handle. It does take Sharma away from the strike. You just got to tell yourself, though, if you're in the field, we're only 2 wickets away from being in the box seat in this game. It doesn't help down leg side, real wide.
Yeah, look, even with that spectacular over 20 coming from it, still the rate required is still around 8, and finish this one well, Prakash, and that goes back around the 9 again. So, the heads have to stay up.
Looks pretty high to me. I think this will be out. But handy dot ball at least.
Prakash is not happy about this one. Let's have a look at it. No, it's too high. It's always on the upward.
Belly button, but it's funny because he was half appealing, half trying to field the ball. And you get alternating between looking at the umpire and looking back at the ball, taking a couple more steps. Yeah, they really need this wicket. But, well, think of all the highlights we've had here in Kiel, some of the catching we've seen, some of the big hits we've seen, some of the characters. I'll certainly miss Kiel and hope we are back. Really wonderful cricket ground. This is hit pretty well, but how well? It's hit very well. Maximo! This is half a dozen nailed down the ground. And now Dilraj getting in on the action. And he starts with his first 6.
Yeah, nice shot. Waited for it, kept his shape, kept his balance. And he knew as soon as that came out the middle of the bat that was going to be runs, and 6 of them. Captain Rathore diving. Can't do anything about it.
Short. This one should be out. And it will be out. So Dilraj, 6 and out. And Prakash Singh just being very helpful, letting him know where to go. But, well, I guess he can't be suspended for this tournament. And Prakash Singh, well, he was straight into it, wasn't he? And that's a bit naughty. But I tell you what, there's a bit of feeling in this. It's good to see them fighting. And Dilraj, he hit that nice one down the ground. Had a 4 and a 6 in his innings of 12. The score now, 48 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was a unusual looking shot from Dilraj. And he just played a cracking one straight for 6. And that one, you could see he's disgusted with himself. And look, he just played a beautiful shot. He's really confident. And the little send-off there.
A little? That was one of the all-time send-offs.
He's probably thinking, well, I can't get away with it here now because it's not a game I could be suspended for now, is there? And, well, you can still have a talking to.
That'll be next time. I mean, they carry through.
Yeah, and I think there will be a word with him. And I think it was a couple of. I think Mandy had a word, didn't he? He went up to him and said, "Look, could calm it down." This
is the man they need to get. I mean, if he gets going, then we'll be doing an early trophy presentation because he is so powerful. Cash Singh though, he's fired up and ready to go. Last ball of the 5th over.
Going down the leg side.
Yeah, but look at one. Leg by called, and it's the end of the 5th over. 49 for 2. Samiola. This is the time where you think that it's either going to go one way or the other. If he sticks around for a while, they're going to make mincemeat of this target. But if they can get him early, it just might put a few jitters in. It's all about getting the batsman at the crease. But it's a pretty good over for Prakash Singh. And as you can see there, 49 for 2 after 5 overs.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've got to basically be saying to themselves, look, show Azam, we know how powerful he is. Well, we got him out for 0, and there's no reason that we can't get Samuel to make a mistake as well. He's certainly going well. 113 runs and just 3 knocks that he's had. So I suppose one way they'd be looking at it is, well, okay, he's been scoring regular. Well, it's going to be a time when he fails. Maybe it's going to be in the final. It all depends on where they bowl to him as well. You can't bowl short, you know that. You've got to get him playing outside the off. Because what we did see in that last innings, that he scored runs effortlessly. Anything that was around the offside, he didn't really muller those, did he? He just placed them out and took the singles. It was only the bad balls, only the loose deliveries that he attacked. So he's not going to take any risks on a delivery that's right up there, full on, around about the offside. Not early on, anyway.
Same sort of situation that he came to the crease in the semi-final as well. So he just makes batting look so easy. That's the thing. Iftikhar Ali has the task to bowl to him. This one's hit hard, but flat. Arab Zai does the fielding, just a single. Bring Sharma on strike. And, well, Sharma, as with so many of the batsmen, the more he's batted, the better he's got in this series. And he only really joined the team yesterday, but already you can see he's been a key player in this final with 34 runs. Yeah, look, he started with a golden duck. He's got better since then. Bowled well as well. Performed in the semis. He's coming our way. And goes just past us for a beautiful 6 runs. It just steps away. He just hits it so well, doesn't he, at the moment? And we've seen he can play the ball, hit the ball hard and straight well. He can hit it down to the leg side well. So, well, where haven't we seen him play shots? Well, that's what you've got to say. Well, we haven't seen him play too many cut shots. Well, let's target that area. This is all about the bowler trying to get the ball in the right line. That was too short. Gave him loads of room. His batsman's got his eye in. Of course, he's going to put it away. Moves on to 40 now of 18 deliveries. Yeah, exactly right. And, yeah, they just feast on length, don't they? And Sharma moves to 40. As you say, Iftikhar Ali, well, he's been in the right place at the right time once or twice today. Let's see if he can do it in the final. Needs to break this partnership. Quick, smart. Well, he gets one past him. And see Mandy, attacking move up to the stumps. I like that. You got to try things at this stage. You don't want to be passive. Mandy's a very good wicketkeeper. Yeah, I think we have seen some good wicket keeping. I mean, Jabbar Kiel that we saw, he's improved all the way. But this guy has got to be the wicket keeper of this series, hasn't he? That's a good full delivery. Yeah, I agree with that. He was very solid, and he's been carrying a slight injury as well. But I think he's performed very well. One just dragged out for a single, brings Samuel on strike, and it's getting tough. Rates really a concern. You need to get some sort of magical over as a bowler. Something 5 or less. It's hard to see how that's going to happen. Full toss, stroked away. May only be a single. Oh dear. Well, you say that, and when you say things like that, that's what happens. Still only get one. There you go. But what's happened here? Well, how did I was already putting it in the book. How did they not run to it? Watch this. Watch this. He somehow fumbled the unfumbleable. Where is it? And he had to find it. And also, the batsman didn't know what happened either, so they just stuck to the single. Was that fake fielding? Fake running, Stanley would say. Oh, this is a classy shot, and that's gone. Oh, I think that might have gone all the way. We'll have a look at this on the replay. No, it's just bounced inside the field of play, but I tell you what, hits through the line of the ball, down on one knee. Classical stuff. And this one, well, it's given 4. Fair enough. And so it was just called. Nothing conclusive to overrule that one. The shot was beautiful, though, wasn't it? Just a nice-looking shot, wasn't it? Effortless again, and this is, I think, batsmen that are learning the game. This is where they need to be looking. They need to be looking at the stroke play. It's not all about trying to butcher the ball. It's stroke play. It's getting the ball in the right areas and timing, and that's what all that is. There's no closing the eyes and swinging at it. So big call here. So Gadi Raju has been given the ball once more. The score on 62
2 wickets down, 27 required of 24 balls. So all of a sudden the impact of Rajini Sharma seeing the ball well, timing it well, made all the difference. He's at non-strikers then. Samuela. Time for him to play a few shots. Well, that one he times horribly wrong. Nobody in that area. And see there, that's what I'm talking about, Vinny. I think because of the reputation of the player, everybody's back.
Yeah.
He hasn't even got
right.
going.
Yeah.
You have one man in there. That's a wicket.
Yeah,
you know?
could be.
And
could be.
it's because the person do. And Samuel is that sort of player. He's not going to take any risk when you've got Rajan Sharma going ballistic at the other end. There's no need to.
You said it. This one's in the air. It's going to get over point. And again, the chase is going to be mucked up. And it's going to be another boundary. And it's all going wrong now for MTV after a strong start. They're just getting overpowered. A bit like an arm wrestle. It's a bit of a contest for a while, but you can see the arms getting lower and lower. And MTV Stallions, and this sums it up from Potalanka. He went with the hand, he went for the foot. In the end, he went with fresh air. And, well, he wasn't able to get anything on that. And 4 more to the total. KSV pulling away in the final. One beats him outside the off stump. And look here, very quick work. But, you know, MTV Stallions, they did finish 3rd last time in Kummerfeld. The ECS we had there last year. They put in a really good performance. They were 8-1 before this match. Looks like they're falling just short, but still, they're a lively club. I know they've got aspirations to represent Germany at the ECL one day. And big domestic season ahead. It's really great ambassadors for cricket in the country and cricket lovers, which I think is wonderful. Pitches this one up, and this is in the gap, and this probably isn't going to be stopped either. It's a great effort from Farouk Arabzai, but he can't do anything about it. It's 4 more runs, and this one will take Sharma to his 50. It's been a great innings by Rajan Sharma in the final. He goes to 53 off 24 balls.
Yeah, look at this bit of work though. Does the roll, and look at the way he gets up there. That's by a Strath.
Yeah, well, he's still got the energy, and they're still giving 100%, and that's, wouldn't expect anything less from the Stallions either. And now, under a runner ball for the first time. So the writing's on the wall. This one, he couldn't get out of the way of it. It's the pad. And it doesn't get away from Andy either, so that'll be a rare dot ball. Just having a bit of a smile about it. Now you can just feel the pressure's off. And look at this one. Just keeps following him and just flicks the pad. And, well, I think had Mandy trying to take the catch, but there's no need for concern. John Morris asking, are we going to see victory dance from the other Sharma? Yeah, well, it's very possible. Oh, this one's in the air, though. It's going to take some catching. Go on, Gadi Raju. He's after it. It'll be an amazing catch if he takes it. Well, not only does he catch it, he headbutts it on the bounce. And that sums it up for MTV. I mean, this was miles in the air. You would have thought someone would get there, but that one was up in the clouds, Rico.
Well, that went a long way up. I mean, I got a pain in my neck. I'm looking at that.
So did Gadi Raju, I think. Just watch this when it comes down. And up on the hand, up on the headbutt. Anyway, it's the end of the over. It's 73 for 2 after 7. Well, join us on Monday morning in Malta. It's not too long at all before we will be there. Probably about 40 hours time. We bring you cricket from the Master Sports Complex. We'll have 4 matches every day, Mondays to Saturdays, in the Fancode European Cricket Series Malta between the 14th and 26th of June. Please join us, and you can go to our website, europeancricket.com. Have a look at some of the articles and team previews that are already there, turning up at our website. It's a great place to keep up to date with what's happening. Keep up to date with what's happening in the world of European cricket. Let's go to over number 8 now. 16 required off 18 balls. Oh, you just have to tell yourself, well, Arabzai, he hasn't conceded a run yet. It's only a leg by in his first over. They do something similar here, but very different situation. Here he is. On to Samuela. Here goes, bang. And this is sliced to over cover. And this is going to be a boundary. So even Arabzai getting some treatment now late in this game. You know, it does surprise me a little bit. They didn't bring Arabzai back for the 3rd over when he bowled such a good first over.
There's been little things like that from the Stallions. just using the bowlers when they do. I mean, maybe, Latour came in, bowled the fourth over. That was expensive, 20 coming off there. And that's when the squeeze on. That's where I think you keep Arab's eye on. Maybe you try and get the wicket. But maybe they haven't got the depth, perhaps. Oh, this one has been absolutely creamed. What a shot. Now, look, when the first one went there, Arab's eye brought fine leg up and put a fielder there. Well, even with the fielder there, he didn't even take 2 steps before that went to the boundary. What a shot.
Couldn't get anywhere near it, and this was an absolute bullet. And now, well, the writing's on the wall. They're right up in the 80s. You see why they needed a few more runs, don't you? You see why they needed 20 more just to build some pressure. And even losing Azam early in the first over, it's been the rest of their top 4 that stepped up, particularly that man you see at the bottom of the screen on 55 runs, right, Sharma. But now it's Samuel getting going with back-to-back boundaries here in the 8th. 8 to win. He goes up and away, but this one might be a chance. It's Rathor, who holds on to an excellent catch. Well, that's nice work by the Stallion skipper, and he's tried hard. He's led his men well all week. And, well, he gets a moment here where he moves the dangerous Mohamed Samiullah.
Yeah, he went for the cheeky helicopter. He wanted to try and do a little bit of exhibitional stuff. He saw a great catch, but, well, I think the bowler and the batsman had a few words to say to each other as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Rico.
Yeah, I think Samiullah was probably saying, what are you so happy about? This game is over. Well, it's not. That's the thing. And look who's coming in. Yeah, I'm liking this.
How about this?
I'm liking this. Well, somebody was saying that it's the other Sharma going to be doing some celebrations and a bit of bangla if they get the win. Well, with these two out there, well, maybe they can do they can do it together.
You're right. We got the 2 Sharmas. He's gonna pull that helmet over the head. I'm going to get going a bit on strikers end, though. You wonder if he'll even get a chance to face the ball the way it's going. 8 to win. Make that 7. There's some white rain falling. Well, that's bad news for us because we already abandoned the tent. Now we're going to find out how waterproof our equipment is. Don't worry, guys. Thanks to the guys from Spring Productions. And there's not too much rain coming. We might have to tell Sharma to finish it in a hurry. This is not a good one. It's a high, full toss. It's going to be a free hit. Let's have a look at this one. This one was very high. It's actually over his head. And again, maybe slippery ball. Arab's eye.
Yeah, that's the first and final warning. And the umpire for that one, you've got to give it. Now look, they can finish this off now with one big hit.
One crack at the bat. One crack at the bat. Could be all over. Well, Ashish Sharma, he won't be very pleased. He's gone out there. He's getting all the TV time. He'd love to face a ball, I'm sure. 6 to win. This is a free hit as well. Edged and dropped, but doesn't matter. It's a free hit. And he stops it.
It would have been a fabulous take.
Okay,
it would have been really unfortunate if it meant nothing.
Oh, it did. I mean, he really gets up. But I'm going to give you a scenario. Somehow you sneak 2 dots on this Sharma, then you bowl a maiden to the other Sharma, and then you need 6 off 6. Any chance?
Well, every chance.
I don't see how we're getting 2 dots.
This is T10. Yeah, I think he wants to go after him. I think it's wound him up when he bowled that. This has been hit very hard. That's going to be 4 more. Now, where's the fielder gone? I don't understand the logic here. I don't understand it. And, well, I'm not sure what Adam's eye is up to. There's more talking here, and this is naughty. There's no need for this at all. It's been a tournament that has been played in such good spiritual way between all the teams. And first of all, Adam's eye, I think, having had a few words with Samiullah. And now in this one. But that's a lovely shot played. Let's focus on the cricket. The cricket's been fantastic.
Yeah. Just having a few words. And look, disappointment is natural.
Yeah.
And umpire's very quick to step in. Does well there. Says, come on, guys. It's been played in good spirits.
Yeah, good from Sharma there as well.
Just trying to settle things down. So now 2 to win. So 2 to win. Will we go to a 9th over? Arabzai to bowl. And we get through for one here.
He's going to have a go, whatever happens.
Now this one's very close. And now they're going to come back.
Well, somebody's going to be run out here, surely.
No, he can't be out. And this is going to be the most unusual way to win, except he's been given out.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look.
I think that's correct, because let's have a look at this again. I think, though the stumps were down.
The thing is, you've got to stand them up first. You can't just hit them.
Let's have a look what he does here first. Here's the throw.
Yeah, see, look here. But see, you have to stand the stumps up before you knock them over.
I think what he did, he had the ball in his hand and picked them up. Let's have a look. Well, the umpire's in the area and saying the wicket's being given. So you got to feel a bit sorry there for Sharma. And actually Sharma goes without facing. He won't be too disappointed, I suppose. I think if the wind goes their way, well, he's gone for a diamond. A diamond duck, goes without facing. Poor guy. The only thing he had to do out there was keep the peace. But that is the end of the over. Arabzai has the last laugh.
And so this was so strange. So here's the thing, and it won't matter in the end, but I know it's unusual playing with these stumps, but if the stumps are already knocked down or knocked out of the ground, they have to be upright and then removed. So see, they were already down. Yeah, so it's like if the stump had already been knocked out and you just like hit it further out.
The other thing I'd say, I mean, okay, but the one thing he didn't do, he didn't have, for me, all he did was get the ball and hit the stumps again. I think he should have had the ball and the stumps together.
Even so, he has to put the stumps in their original position and then do it. Do you understand? So they've already been knocked over. So it's a bit of a technicality. Anyway, you know who's loving this? Moyo, who gets a chance to hit the winning runs. What a strange finish to this one. Any score will win it. And, well, KSV are going to do it in the end. And they win their second European Cricket Series title. The Fancode European Cricket Series, Germany Kiel, goes to KSV. And, well, does it with a boundary. Moyo comes out the very first ball. And, well, credit to both teams. And, well, the players are so thrilled from KSV. And look, it's a game. It had a few testy moments, but I think when it's all said and done, tensions will simmer down and it will be appreciated for what it was. A clinical performance by Kummerfelder Sportsverein. You see that they're going off there. And, well, that man Sharma, it was 60 off 30 balls from Rajan Sharma in the end, which set it up. It was Moyo that hit the winning runs, but ultimately it's KSV that win their second ever European Cricket Series, and they do it with 11 balls to spare.
बढ़िया बताइए KSV नो champions बन गए. Yes, congratulations to the champions. And well, I like in this social distance celebration, and no doubt that that Sharma would be doing the old Chaka de Fatte style. Well done. And congratulations to KSV. And spare a thought for that man who scored the runs there right at the end. Rajan Sharma, 60 off 30. Remember, when he made his debut, he went for a golden duck. So he's gone from villain to hero in the space of a couple of games. Very well done to him. And just remember, what we have coming up is the trophy presentation ceremony. And I always say it, that these trophies from Locker Lifestyles are the best that you can get. And look, just a little snippet of what these teams are going to be receiving. So the bronze winners, the runners-up, and the champions, KSV. And didn't they do it in style?
They certainly did. Let's go for some of the highlights of the second innings. Yeah, stay tuned. The trophy presentation ceremony is on the way. Marika, you always felt there were a few runs light MTV, but they were fighting like crazy to try and defend this total of 88 and take the trophy. And, well, there were some exciting moments. And look at the kind of willpower required to stop that boundary was amazing from Prajapati. But, well, ultimately they found themselves a few short MTV.
Yeah, they didn't stop. They didn't stop believing. They kept fighting. I mean, Gedi Raji went for that big six. But he did come back, came back and he took a wicket. And the turning moment maybe is when Rator here came on to bowl. There was some big hits from him. He just couldn't get it right. The first three deliveries going the aerial route. And certainly Rajan Sharma did like the look of his bowling and took him on. And, well, there was an opportunity. This one would have been a very, very good catch. Wasn't able to take it. And it did go a long, long way up. But sometimes the luck is not going your way. These are the sort of things that happen. Look, just another one. Just inches away. But you can't take anything away from Rajan Sharma. He really was in great form here today as this ball has been smashed around all over the park. But KSV, we always felt that you need to be looking at a 100+ score. 110, 120 will test them, especially if one of their batsmen comes off. The captain, Azam, he went for a duck today, a 4-ball duck, but then Rajan Sharma just kept going, went from strength to strength, hitting some lovely shots. This one was an absolute beaut. And that man there, well, Arab Zia, he did come back towards the end to bowl again. And he was successful, did take a wicket. This one was so high. And Gadi Raju couldn't do anything about it. And this one, it's a lovely shot. Fired away. This was even better. It went like a bullet train. It really did. This one, tried to finish in style. Went a long way up. That was Samiullah. A very good catch from the captain, Rathore. And that was the getting one wicket. And then this one, it wouldn't have mattered because that was off a no ball. It was a free hit. And this one, crashing that away as well. Did get involved in the run-outs here. First it gets the throw. Great work from him, you have to say. Got the direct hit. And then here, well, managed to get the ball onto the stumps. You can make up your own mind about whether that was or wasn't, but I don't think it played a big part on where this match went because, well, Moyo came in, he thought he was going to do it with a single, the fielder lost his footing, went down, the ball went to the boundary, and Moyo, isn't he happy? And aren't they happy? And they applaud the man that has led the way, they applaud the man that scored the runs, 60 of 30 balls to make them the champions, KSV. Well, they've done it, they were the team to watch, everybody knew they were the ones that were favourites to go all the way. But they showed it, only losing once in this series. So well done to them. So we have a look at the scorecard. But just to remind you, stay with us. We have got that trophy presentation. And Mr. Maximo will say a few words. And no doubt we will hear from the president as well of the Kiel Cricket Club. So, well, they didn't really get enough runs on the board, but, well, they were pumped up, weren't they, with the captain, Shoaib Azam, when he went for 0. You know how dangerous he can be. Dilraj Singh was there for 7 balls before he hit a lovely 6, and then he went the next ball. And he was disgusted with himself, but fortunately for KSV, Rajan Sharma, he kept going. Mohammad Samiullah, he came out and was just playing sort of an anchor role, and then with the target inside, went for one of his supersonic helicopter shots, but didn't get it right. And a fantastic catch from the captain, Rathore. And, well, there was the run out of Spiritofo. Actually, Sharma, mind you, he won't worry about that too much. His team is still victorious. He'll certainly be doing the Bhangra dancing tonight. No doubt, Victor Moyo for not out. And what a fitting end for his series. He's certainly been a very key player for them. He's bowled very well. He's had some good knocks with the bat and a really, really nice man as well. So well done to Victor on the bowling front. Well, there was some good performances. I mean, Abzia, he bowled a maiden to start off with, and wasn't that fantastic? A wicket coming from it as well. The only run was the leg by Prakash Singh. He bowled his 2 for 16, and against a strong lineup like this, that's good bowling as well. Also, Gadi Raju not able to get in the wickets once more, but was pretty economical, 22 runs. But it was that 1 over, wasn't it, from Rathore that went for 20. And Nikubali, his one went for 13, no wickets. And then, well, Patalanka, he went for the 4, and that was the end of the match. His only ball and only contribution with the bowling. What an excellent performance. If you look at that summary there, Sachin Mandi, good knock from him, but really wasn't able to get the support or the powerful support that he needed to try and accelerate those runs. They needed probably 20 more runs to really make KSV have to work hard for it. KSV once more getting to the total and doing it in the 8.1 overs. So there you have it, getting ready here in Kiel for the presentation ceremony. And, oh, what an amazing day that we've had. Really has, and we've had a wonderful series here. And just a quick recap on what we had happen here today. So the first semi-final between SC Europa and KSV. KSV chasing 90 on that occasion. It wasn't enough, and it was Mohamed Samuela 35 of 15 and Shobazam 28 of 15 that got to that score quite easily, and that meant that SC Europa were going to be involved in the bronze final. And then in the second semi-final, PSV Hamilton versus the Stallions. What a final semi-final that turned out to be. It was always going to be close, and it went down with 2 balls to go. But victorious was the Stallions, and there were some good performances there from hidden by Patel. He made 43 of 25. Once again, Prakash Singh was in excellent form, but also a man that's had a very good tournament, Alwal Khan, taking 3 for 12, and he just kept on taking wickets. He did the same as well in that bronze final, and that was a victory in the bronze final for PSV. They'll be happy with that. And Patel again scoring runs, 38-20, and then in the final here today, you see the match summary there. It says it all. The Stallions 88 for 5, not able to get to a higher score. A score that was going to be more challenging for KSV. And KSV, well, we've seen them have a defeat and beaten by PSV in the last match, the last of their group matches. Then they had a very, very close quarter-final against First Contact. That could have gone either way, but they showed character. They showed why the champions